So you've been watching TikTok, all the YouTube shorts, all the hype videos telling you you can come to Thailand and live on $800 a month. I'm here to burst your bubbles. Thailand can be inexpensive. For the most part, it is far less expensive than the US, especially depending on where you're coming from. Places like New York, LA, it's gonna be significantly less, but it's also gonna be dependent on your lifestyle. I've done a video previously on my cost of living here. For my son and I, we're averaging about, I wanna say I don't keep track really, but I wanna say about $16 to $2,000 a month, around that for two people. And it's not he's not a baby, he's 14, so he counts as like a real person. I know sometimes they're like, oh yeah, I have a kid, but they're like half a person. No, he's 14, he's a grown person, eats like a grown person, eats more than I do. So you factor in for two people about 1,600, 17, 18 a month without our travel budget. So when we go to Japan, when we went to Vietnam 3 times, China, that is not included in that budget at all. That's a separate travel budget, and that's for two people. Let's talk about if you can actually live here on $800 a month. So that is myth number 1. You can live here on $600, $800 a month. And I've seen it everywhere on TikTok, especially newer people coming here that, oh yeah, you can live on $600. And I'm like, you've been here for two days. You've eaten street food for a month. Let's see you carry that for the rest of your life, right? You're not going to do it, especially coming from the US. You're going to miss comfort and you're going to miss things that you're used to. It's not going to happen. You're not going to eat street food every single day. It's fun. It's yummy. And I will go to the market and eat, I don't eat everything. So if you see any of my videos, we're very picky on what we eat. So I'm not even going to say me because I'm just not eating everything to begin with. But if you're the type of person that will, eat street food and all that, you're literally not going to eat that every day. And like I said earlier, if that's your jam or you are in such a bind that is what you have to do, then you'll do it. Are you going to be happy, fulfilled? No, because, whenever you're forced to do something, it's not a pleasant experience because you're forced to eat street food. You can't eat something else because you're going to be busting your $500 budget. It's just not the way that you think you're coming here to live. You're not going to be living that life that they're portraying on TikTok. And then I know we I'm talking about Thailand and we're just using a broad stroke brush. Everywhere in Thailand is not the same price. It's not going to cost the same amount to live there. Chiang Mai is far less expensive than living in Bangkok. But again, in Chiang Mai, it depends on your lifestyle. Because when we're in Chiang Mai, we're doing cafes. Because, the cafes are so cute. You want to eat, avocado toast and cow soy in the, cutesy shops or drink on a rooftop or whatever. You're still going to be adding it up. But you're going to get less expensive rent. Of course, if you're still in the Neman area or certain places, you're going to be paying more. But you can find a less expensive lifestyle in Chiang Mai than you can in Bangkok for the most part. Then if you go to Phuket, that's going crazy. We lived there we did that, a month or 2 months. It wasn't bad then, but we could see the prices, climbing. And now everybody's saying it's crazy. A lot of people are flocking to Hua Hin. Again, if you're going to Hua Hin, you're coming here to retire. You're not looking to do anything. That's cool. You will be paying a little bit less, but you're not going to be living close to the beach, in a nice place or with a nice villa with a pool in your yard, and you're not going to be living that kind of lifestyle. So it's going to depend on your lifestyle. You hear I keep saying lifestyle. If you're leaving the US for a better lifestyle, it doesn't make sense to come here and live a lesser lifestyle. What you're seeing them telling you that you can live for $500 a month is not going to give you a better lifestyle than in the US. And then I guess it depends what kind of lifestyle you're actually living in the US to begin with. We're just going to stay like a medium to kind of, have reference. Okay, so housing, as I said in my previous video, we are paying 29,000 Thai baht. We are about 7 stops from a souk, thereabouts, on the Green Line, and the train is literally it's right there. If you've seen any of my shorts or anything, the train station is right there. We are next to markets and restaurants, and there's a plaza like 2 steps by the station. There's pretty much everything around that we need. And I prefer to pay that because that, I want the convenience. I want to be able to go out to get the train in 2 seconds. I don't want to walk 10-15 minutes to the train. In Bangkok heat, it is hot, and you literally I feel like I'm dying every day I go outside. So that's personally what I want. I know a lot of people, especially on TikTok, are telling you, oh, you can get apartments for $300. Yes, you can, but where are you getting the apartments? They might look nice for $350, $400, but they're in Nantaburi. That's where the new craze is, telling people to go there. And then a lot of people are going over there, and then they're like, oh, that's not even Bangkok. I'm coming here to live my best life and go, cafe hopping and go out to the city, explore the different areas. When you're over that side, you're literally an hour and a half or so from the city. If that's what you're looking for, that is fine. But you need to know that before you get here, because a lot of people do not know that. They're just hearing $350, $400 rent for a new apartment, which is sweet. But then you're coming on an education visa, and we talked about visa in the last video, so I'm sure you got your visa settled and all good. So you're now on an education visa, and you're living over in Nantaburi. There's no schools that legally can do education visa over in that area. So now you're looking at an hour and a half, an hour to get into the city every day or almost every day to go to school. That's 2-3 hours back and forth. And during rush hour, depending on what time the class is too, you're paying 600 baht. That's like 18, 19, close to $20 for a grab ride to go back over to that side. In rush hour, yes. In off peak, when it's not too crazy, you can get 200-300 baht, which is still $9, $10, $12 each way. If you're doing the bike, it's still about 200 baht. That's still $7 or so. You're taking the train. That's going to be the longest. You're going to be looking, well, depends. Because if it's traffic, you're looking at like 2 hours. If it's a train, you're looking at about an hour and a half. And the train costs about 100 baht, so $3 each way. So you have to take into consideration those other things. And after a while, if you're living here, long term, that's going to take a toll. You're going to start thinking, oh, I can't go into the city today to meet up because I went there yesterday and it's tiring. And so you have to think about the lifestyle that you want. Do you want to just come here, stay in your own condo, don't go anywhere, don't do anything? Sure, live over in Nantaburi. There's, they're building up stuff. They have mall and they have food you can find and all that. But you have to think about those things when you're thinking about the cost of the place, because by the time you're done with some of these costs, especially if you're, like I said, you're coming into the city multiple times, the cost for transportation adds up. Might as well you just rented a place down here, less fancy or whatever, for $500. But you're not thinking about that. You're seeing everybody posting $350 for that rent, not realizing that by the time you're done paying transportation, you're paying the same $500-$600 for rent that you could have stayed in a nut, or even go further down to Bang Na. It's not the closest either, but it's on the Green Line. You can just ride the train, one train, and you're in the city in a couple stops. And I mentioned before the food, because I think I did the apartment, where and all that. The food, you're not going to I promise you're not going to eat Thai food every single day. I know there's people on TikTok, oh yeah, I eat Thai food every single day. I pay $3 for food a day. You're not going to do it. You're not gonna do it. I promise you, you're not gonna eat Thai food every single day. It's cool, it's fun to go to the market and buy a 10 baht chicken stick. It's not gonna fool you, I promise. That one chicken stick. You need like 4 or 5 chicken sticks, so that's 50 baht. And then what you throw in some veggies. Like I have a video coming up. I don't think I posted that one yet. We went to a local market. 10 baht chicken stick. You need like 4 of those. 40 baht, $1 and change. Then you have 2 things of veggies. So I got like a broccoli stick and then a mushroom. 5 baht for those. So 10. So now you're at 50 baht. So that's like $2. You could eat. You want some rice. Sometimes it comes with rice, sticky rice. But you're not going to do that every single day. Because one, again, you're not leaving your house every single day because then you probably need to take a train or you're going to be walking for, depending on where you are, because you're not looking at, oh yeah, am I living in an area that has street food outside? Do I need to take a Grab for 50 baht to go find food somewhere? See where I'm getting? Definitely look at where you're going because everything is going to add up. And then the next thing you're looking at is, we talked about visa costs before, so look at that. You're going to need to figure out how much your visa is going to cost. That's going to contribute to your $800, $500, $600 a month that you're trying to spend. The next thing is, are you living? Are you actually living and not just existing? Are you never going to travel anywhere in Thailand? To travel, see other places. I mean, you're in this beautiful country. You want, even though I still want to go to a couple more places. We did Chiang Mai, we did Krabi, over to Railay Beach, Phuket. We did a couple places, but there's still more. I still want to go over to Hua Hin, you know, the retirement town. I'm sorry. Don't come for me. I want to go see that. I want to go to, you know, a couple different spots just to see. You're going to need in your budget to go see more of this beautiful country. $800, $600, $500 is not going to give you enough room in your budget to go and do anything but sit in your condo. And when I say sit in your condo, you're not even running that AC either. And if you're getting certain apartments, you're not even getting an AC. So you're sitting in your hot condo and telling people that they can come here and do the same. Thailand can be so very inexpensive. It is amazing. I mean, I'm here for the 4th time, living for a year or more right now. Obviously, I'm telling you to come here. I am just telling you to come with the knowledge and preparation that it is not like it used to be, or what they're saying it is on TikTok and YouTube and shorts and whatever right now. It is not the same. Things are changing. Re-visa, we talked about that. And pricing. And I've talked about the fluctuation in the baht. When I started paying my rent, it was $859. The last time I paid my rent, it was $900. So that's a fluctuation of 60 bucks, 50 bucks, or 40. About $40 for just the rent. So then put in Wi-Fi and how much I pay for electric, and then the food that you eat, all of that. If you don't have any kind of wiggle room in your budget, how are you gonna, if you're on a $500 budget and you're already maxing that out, how are you gonna account for another $50, $60, $70, $80, $100 when things change? You cannot live any quality of life in Thailand on $500. So I mentioned the food, transportation, and if you wanted to see like how much certain things cost exactly, I went over that in how much I spend video that you can check out. Next thing you're thinking about, we talked about visa. Insurance. You need health insurance. Are you putting that in your budget? A lot of people do not put things like that in your budget. Things still break. You are still living life. You're going to need new clothes. You're going to need new shoes. Walking in, that flip-flop just burst. Yeah, you can get a 50 baht or 60 baht, $2 shoes, $1 slippers. Cool. The point is you still have to budget for those things. It's not just going to appear. Your computer may break down. It's inexpensive to get it fixed, but the point is you still need to pay to get it fixed. See what I'm saying? So you have to budget for other little things. If you have a $500 budget, you have no room whatsoever. And I'm a $500, but some people are on say they're on $500 budget because they're trying to see how far. Like this one girl's like, yeah, I put myself on a strict $600 budget because I wanted to see how I can do if I can do it. But they don't really have that. You know, I could go on a $500, but okay, no, I can't because my rent is more. But I could try, but just for a month to prove or to show what you can get out of life living on that kind of budget, but it's not sustainable. It's not something that you're going to live on for a long period of time. If you're backpacking, you're solo, you're just bumming it, you don't care where you live, you know, you can just throw down wherever, of course. But I'm talking about grown people like myself. You're too old for backpacking. You're too young for retirement where you're not doing anything whatsoever. You're the in-between. You're still trying to live. You're trying to get out there. You have kids. Don't even get me started on coming with a family or kids. You're adding all that in there. You know what I mean? So I'm not discouraging you from coming to Thailand and telling you that Thailand is inexpensive compared to the US. I'm just telling you to come with the facts, the knowledge, and just to know a lot of these things that people are showing you are not the truth, and it's not their lived life. They're doing it for views and clicks. I tell you how it is. If you watch any of my videos, I will tell you what it is, the truth. Whether nobody watches it or not, I'm still here talking to myself half the time. And that's the thing. People don't want to hear the truth. They just want to hear what it sounds like. Oh, that sounds amazing. I'm going to go to Thailand and live in a $300 apartment. And then you come here and you're like, and I'm telling you from what I've been seeing, what people come here and they're like, yeah, dang, I shouldn't have done that apartment over in Antiburi because no, I can't even come in. You're like, oh yeah, do you want to go, grab a coffee? You want to chill at the library over blah, blah, blah. Oh, I can't because I came in the city yesterday and, literally that's what it kind of comes down to. And that's okay if that's the life that you want to live. I keep stressing that it depends on your lifestyle. If you want to come here and you want to live in a $200 apartment, you don't have no AC, you have a fan. It's whatever it is. My space, if I'm there, my space is my sanctuary. So I need to feel comfortable in where I'm living. But if you don't care, you just literally want to get out of the US, you have $500-600 and you just want to come and exist, you got it. You can literally exist here for $500. While I know you probably cannot in the US. So there's that. So I've said all that, and I will repeat. Surviving on a small budget in Thailand is way easier and probably better for your mental health than surviving on that budget in the US. You just need to come with the correct expectation of where that budget will get you. Not saying you cannot whatsoever. I'm just telling you, know your limitations and know where that budget is going to get you. Thailand is an amazing place to live. I've lived I'm currently living in Bangkok, lived here before, lived in Chiang Mai and Phuket. It is beautiful. You just have to plan for your lifestyle, not the lifestyle you see everybody else living. Yes, I have hardly cooked. I hardly cook. I went in an apartment with, 4-burner stove and all that. Hardly cook. I eat out almost every day, pretty much. Either ordering in or going out to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner for Gerald and I. You don't need to live like that. You don't need this, I need to get back to cooking, honestly. So I know what's going in, kind of with my diet or my sort of diet that I'm trying to start. You don't have to do that. You can cook. And then again, it's going to depend if you're getting groceries that you're used to from back in the States, or are you going to start learning to cook local food? Because if you're getting items that you're used to in the US, those are still going to be expensive because they're imported. So now that cheese, because you want to make mac and cheese, you're going to be paying $6-7 for a thing of cheese like this. But if you're going to eat the Chinese cabbage, ooh, that thing is so good. I think I paid like 20 baht for that. You chop that up, a little piece of chicken, make some chop suey or something with some rice. It's probably run you like $1 and change. And you can eat like 2-3 times out of that. So there are ways that you can cut your budget. But again, it depends on your lifestyle. I am living a far better life than I was living in the US. I was paying way more, but I did own my house and all that. But I wasn't doing half the things I'm doing here in town. I wasn't eating out all the time. I wasn't going out almost every day or every week, doing something, seeing something, exploring. It's not. If I was living this kind of lifestyle in the US, I would be spending at least 10K easily. So, do you think you can actually live in Thailand on that? What kind of lifestyle are you looking for? What are you coming to Thailand for? Start there. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. I think I went on and on. Oh my gosh, I am so happy to see us just move it. So many people are looking to just leave the US, whether it's the Thailand, Vietnam, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in Africa, wherever you go, just leave. Just leave. And I've talked about work before, like in a long video. I think I did a while back. I'll probably do an updated video. I've posted blog posts on jobs you can do. And I'm a big supporter of starting your own thing instead of relying on a job that you can work overseas, because those are far and fewer between, really, if we're being honest. It's easier to start your own thing. So I probably do a video on that, just giving you some more ideas. I did a little short on TikTok, a couple of things that you can start from now in the US so you can have something going, starting to build, so that once you get here, you can go in your rhythm, have that money flowing, and you can chill. And that's the thing, you don't even need to make as much as you were making in the US. You can be living on far less than that. All right, guys. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.